see how my audio is. Because it's notoriously bad, isn't it? Like, I mean, I guess it's because the majority of the time I'm whispering. Like, if I talk at a regular volume like this, it's not too bad. Let's see. Like, getting on it. How's that? Is that better? Marginally. Alright, we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that. Here we are in our live scene. I'm not very au fait with designing creatures. So I guess I'm just going to start with some vaguely organic forms. Hello, Osprey. Right. You don't know. Are you telling me that I'm the worst Porch player in existence? That's fairly mean. I'm not gonna lie, though. That kind of hurts my feelings. It might well be true, but that doesn't make it hurt anyway. Got some instant gills. Maybe we get this poster some nice fat like eye socket. Which means just thinking about it, they'd have like a cast shadow underneath. Depending on how the eyes work. Yeah, it's inspired. It's not super often like heavily motivated to do something like quite specific. Like, yeah, I'm motivated to study, but not in an artistic sense. Like, I'm motivated to study to get better, to improve, or whatever. Not to make a cool design. So we'll see. Just gonna try and slap out some of these like kind of organic thingies and see what happens. Neck. That's all the stream's going to be. Vaguely organic things. Just vague enough so that I can get away with not actually doing anything. Like this is a bit weirdly human. Maybe. Oh. We'll see. fine. I work like relatively quickly, which I've been thinking about forcing myself to slow down to get maybe some more polished results, but then at the same time I'm like, maybe speed is like an asset. I like to see speed as an asset. At least not in terms of like, oh, you're looking very quickly, but speed is an asset in terms of more maybe gestural shapes and like more happy accidents happening because you're just going at a pace where you're kind of, your brain can't quite keep up with what's happening. Like we've got this very strangely human slog at the moment. It's fairly horrific as vaguely human slugs go. Maybe it needs a little rib cage kind of deal. It's got big old bulgy eyes. It is interesting, and then maybe just develop, you know. I like this kind of evolution where you don't have to be too structured with it. You're just understanding light and you got a new haircut. You'll do a self-portrait. That's great. Sounds grand. This guy has his nose like up here. Or if you have your nose on your forehead. Would love to see you do a positive portrait. Great. I think self-portraits are really good. Let me just open up some self-portraits to illustrate my point. Tell me if my audio is a bit dodgy, because usually I have someone like here with me. Usually I have Tom, and he kind of goes and checks my audio. I can't check my own audio because then it will echo like to oblivion. So tell me if there's anything with that. Let's see. That's January. That's fairly miserable as self-portraits go. That's February. Still bit of an edgy guy. Didn't do it in March. There's April. I shaved my head, you know, lockdown, kind of cabin fever, being stuck inside. Shave my head, get rid of that. April. Did I do it in May? Didn't do it in May. June. Didn't do one in June? July? Oh wow, I didn't do it in August. No? September? No. There you go. Thanks, pal. I mean, but anyway, back to the point, which is that self-portraits, right? This is like a nice. It's a visual representation of my development artistically. Like I just jumped from style to style, effectively trying new stuff, which is fun. You can see I brought back in these kind of hard edge highlights, which I quite like. But it's also like a little visual diary. Like clearly January, not a good month for me, but February is looking up, and then last month it's quite a nice happy painting. But that's apparently I wasn't as good as painting in January, so that's quite reassuring. Because if you do self-portraits semi-regularly, it's the same subject matter every time, so you can gauge your improvement a lot easier. And it's your own face, so you kind of know if you got something proportionately off easier than if you're doing someone else's face. I think a lot of people draw celebrities for that reason, because it's kind of you just you know their faces quite well, so it's like, yeah. It's easier to correctly draw a celebrity's face. Let's get some more hair going. Very fluffy worm. Do some more. More minor. Flesh it out a bit. I'm wondering what I should do with this kind of mouth area. I could pull out this thing. The zygomaticus. The bit that comes out on a skull. This thing. The zygomatic arch. Your cheekbone. I think it might be. Gotta polish up on the Tell me if I'm being too quiet as well, because I do have a habit of talking semi-quietly. This is looking like a weird little frog at the moment. Let's give him some veins. Taking it attach. On the thing, the mesh with a little peck. I don't know if that's clear enough. Maybe if we put a little. That's probably just going to be really confusing. He's got some little protrusions in his chest. my little alien hand. You could be holding like a blaster. Yeah. Blasting away. Maybe we'll give him multiple arms. Maybe we'll give him like, yeah, two or three other little buggers coming up, all with different weapons. How about that? Maybe he needs some like little goggles or something. We're getting closer to. Is it Greed from Star Wars: The Fallen Order? Can I get that up on stream? Is it Greed? It's not Greed. Am I insane? What's that little dude called from the little? It's Grease with a Z. This guy with his little mutton chops. That's that. We're approaching that level of hairy little creature. I think he also has multiple arms. Yeah. Maybe we want to deliberately avoid that. I'm not sure. Maybe we avoid the trope, but maybe we don't. Maybe we just do it to our advantage. There's something that's interested me, which is obviously you have to understand that tropes exist for like a reason. Archetypes exist because they work, because they're effective. You know, the kind of trope where if you have two characters, one of them is tall and thin, and the other one's short and fat. It just works. And if you just feel free to abuse that trope because it works for a reason. I can't word. I'm running on a lack of sleep. Maybe he has a mustache. Yeah. Let's clean up these goggles. This one's a bit more unusual, so we can kind of see more of it. Let's give him a big mustache. Put it on a separate layer so that we can maybe it's like a trucker. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we give him like a little. Maybe the mustache is another. That it's like little antennas. How about that? So we still get our mustache in, which we want. It's a bit more alien. Mustache, no mustache. It's on a separate layer, so it doesn't particularly matter a lot. Yeah, we can decide another point. I quite like it. Let's go back to this. And then the sky. See, we've got our little buddy. Maybe he does have a nose. How's that look with a mustache? Not so sure. Not so sure. How are people doing in chat? You're back. Welcome back. How's it going? Got like a little alien fella, looking pretty okay. I wanna, obviously I'd have to design a blaster. Maybe he needs some clothes, right? If he's already wearing a mask, not a mask, but you know, goggles, then it's kind of assumed that he would also have some other clothes. So let's get on that as soon as we can. But maybe he's a little naked dude. He just has. Is that his boob? He looks like you. I'm sure that this alien does not look like you in any capacity. He's got this kind of fluff on his chest. He has an arched back. Maybe he's a bit thinner, you know. Maybe that's his rib cage. And those are his ribs. Maybe this isn't his hair. Maybe it's like a little like cape thing. Yeah. We just don't know. And that's the fun of design. Man, I'm actually really enjoying myself. Because I know if you catch my streams like even like once before, you know that basically all I do on stream is study of artists and images and stuff. So this is quite, assuming that's his little torso, and this is maybe another arm. Okay, so judging by the angle he's holding this gun, let's just take it down there. If it's a straight line. That's interesting. Talk louder. Hope I don't deafen anyone. Right, we got that line. I always like the idea that an alien could have like two thumbs on the same hand and they'd like come out like that. Just like a more interesting sort of hand mechanism, but I don't know if it would read very well because, well, A, I don't have it up here unless I did add a thumb on this side. But even then, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I want this dude to look like Reed, more or less humanly, if that's at all possible. Maybe get rid of his like insane rib cage. Give him a bit of a beard. I like that. He's a bit podgy now. Maybe he's got several belly buttons. The fun is you could do whatever you wanted. You could give an alien 9 belly buttons and 15 arseholes, and it just wouldn't matter. Whatever you want. Alien's an alien. So we'll give him 3 belly buttons. Who doesn't want 3 belly buttons, right? It's just extra like lint that it would collect. The more belly button lint, the better. Maybe he knits his own space armor using his belly button lint. Let's say if this arm comes down here, it goes back. Where's this arm going? Because it's just kind of awkward at the moment, you know. He's blow darting something. Is that what he's up to? He's blow darting something. Oh, don't know about that. Don't know about that. Also, now that we've changed the chest, this heck shape should like go down further like that. Oh, I did that the wrong way. That's fine. Did I not literally just... No. Did I duplicate it the wrong way? I don't think I did. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Right. Imagine if I could mute my painting. I don't think I'd want to, so give a sensei, to be honest. I don't think I'd want to. There's nothing to stop us shifting this shoulder down to here. Having his arm go back and then forward again. And then he's got his hand on. Another gun. I want it to be like a space cowboy, you know. You hope you can enter a classically trained art school. Oh, sorry for that mic noise. I think that would be interesting. I'd be interested in entering a classically trained art school. Maybe he's just like really sassy. So he's just got his hand on his head. But maybe he does have like a load of hip holsters. We just don't know. It's like one of my numerous dreams. It's way too expensive and I don't meet the age requirement nor the supply. Yeah, you can't really enter a classically trained article if you're 13, I think. Which is a shame, but what need do you have for a classically trained article at the age of 13? Big 2-year-older. Big 2-year-older, get in, and by then you'll have like, I think there's a certain level of maturity that comes with age that will allow you to work in a more focused kind of manner. Because I know at least, you know, when I was your age, my brain was like everywhere. You know, I was busy, constantly thinking of stuff and things, and it just never ended. Maybe the song doesn't even come up. Maybe it's got pockets. Very curvy, maybe. I don't know. Well, I don't even like that gun. I kind of wanted it to be like some kind of like large rifle that he's holding, but I don't know. It kind of wouldn't make sense for the arm position, you know. Hello, Lucas. Oh, you gave me you subbed on you. So my art was very mature. What if I pretend to be 18? Your art is very mature for your age. Very mature for your age. I don't know if you could get away with pretending to be 18. Which is fine because you're not meant to be. How's this alien infernal looking? What's this arm doing? I like maybe that this arm comes backwards. Maybe this whole thing needs to be moved down like that. Look at the little fella. If you hadn't told me your age, I would have assumed you were like 15, 16. But your art's certainly better than mine was when I was 16, 15. So, don't like this, don't like this. Let's just get rid of it completely and try something else. What will someone do? Oh, a follower! Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the follow club. I like his little space belt, though. I do like his little space belt. Thanks for following. I forgot that I had like a new zombie emote thing set up. Hopefully that was fun to watch. It's like the default one, but I just never had it before because I didn't have an actual theme. Where is his arm going? I just don't know what he's doing with his arm. I want this to have like quite a serious arch to it, and then maybe even this kind of fold going on. Should be fun. You haven't seen that for a long time, a follower. Yeah, I can imagine how depressing that must be as a watcher. Just imagine how depressing it will be as a streamer. Your chair has a nice squeak. It is quite a serious squeak. It's I don't know who you are, Mermal Dehar, if that's how you pronounce that. But if you've ever been in student accommodation, you know that effectively all of the like default chairs are just like completely garbage. So you know, I'm on a garbage default chair, uncomfortable. My ankles hurt because I have to sit with my like leg underneath my bottom. But that's fine. Yeah, you can put the radiator on.
Sorry, it's just cold.
No worries. Let's get the shoulder down here. This little alien fella has got a little. What if he had like a? Oh, the ideas are just floating. What if he had like a little Hell's Angels jacket on? Nice and graphic or whatever. Hey! What a little dude! What a little dude! You make the best chairs into garbage ones because you sit cross-legged on all of them. Oh man. It's just I'm quite a long human. You know, I'm not that tall. But it's like everywhere I go. I don't know, there's no space underneath the desks. I just want twice as much space before my desk hits the wall so I can fully extend my legs, but I just can't. It's uncomfortable. It's never not going to be uncomfortable. Let's get this shut down. Not that dark. Let's get his little alien peck out. And it'll be very prominent. Let's do this. Oh. That's on the peck. He's a little chubby alien with I haven't given him right. If I draw nipples on my alien, will I get Twitch permaband? That's the question. Because maybe this comes up into like some sort of political room. And it goes under his chin. It's like a little chin strap. He's having a whale of a time. You can't relate. You're 160 centimeters. I don't know how tall I am in centimeters. I don't even know how tall 160 centimeters is. My perception of centimeters is completely off. 6 meters. So you're like, oh no, still no idea. British using inches, yeah, inches and feet. That's what we use. It's quite ergonomical to use finger dust. Where am I from? Or where is Sakuga Sensei from? I'm from the UK. Specifically the Wirral, which is right next to, a lot of people don't realise this, it's right next to Liverpool, across the river from Liverpool. If you know where that is, it's where the Beatles are from. I don't know if you're from Britain. This dude, he's got like a little maybe it needs some little clips or something. Let's assume that that is the do the same thing. Look at that. Woo. Right, this arm still isn't going to uptake. I'm gonna save this because I wasn't expecting to do something that I actually like. So usually just don't save. But this is going remarkably well. Ribs have these weird little like on your chest. If you have a well-defined, let me just get up an example to explain my thoughts. Is this gonna get kicked? No, I'm not gonna get kicked off for this. No, we'll just go there. I quite like drawing it. This model's called Ellison, and he's quite, he's not that old, but he's got really nicely defined musculature. But he's also like skinny at the same time. So, and you can see, I've never seen it on anyone else because I don't like look at people that often. But like if that's his chest, there's his belly. You can see that he has these like ridges almost on his chest coming out. I assume they're just where the because you got your rib cage or whatever. So I assume they're just ribs. But I don't know. Might not be. Lived in London for 5 years. Very good. Very good. I don't think I could bear living in London. It's just I've been to London and the stress. Everyone's very busy. Everyone's a mover and a shaker in London, like where I'm from, it's quite a small town, so you can like walk around at leisure, whatever speed you want. London, it's like you get shouted at if you cross the road too slowly or something. Yeah. Let's get more of a Does this come in front of the hood? I think it should. No, because he looks kind of bald. Maybe there's a little hole. Billy. We still haven't designed him a gun, but that's okay. That's fine. We went to college in London, it was interesting. Never experienced any unpleasant moments. Do you like the countryside? It's just relaxed, isn't it, the countryside? What if we give him a little bit like that? And I still kind of want to give him some little moustachy bits. Not a fan of those tentacle thingies, although you could put them elsewhere. We so chose too much going on, I think. Although I kind of like it's like a shrimp has the kind of fork on its head. It's also like I was gathering reference the other day for a personal, well, it's not a personal project, it's an IP project, so it's my own like idea, but gathering like samurai helmet references, and they're so cool because you know that they're purely decorational. These do nothing. They're like ceremonial helmets and stuff, but it's just like the pinnacle of shape design in it. You have one piece of metal and you can have it any shape you want, and you have to put it on the front of the helmet. So what shape are you going to go with? These ones interest me a bit less, to be honest, like the really complex ones. But like the ones where they just pick one shape, like I assume that's a crescent moon or something, and it's just so nice. You can gain a lot from like things like that. I think you can gain a lot from looking at designs historically, anyway, because right, you're sitting there and you're going to design something in maybe a few hours, right? That is incomparable to something like a samurai helmet, where they do it over and over again, multiple generations of people, hundreds of people do this over and over again over a series of hundreds of years until it gets distilled down into this. So it's like no matter how much like iteration you do on your own design, it's not going to have as much kind of weight because it hasn't been slowly developed over a couple of hundred years or whatever. Like I'm sure, I haven't done the research, might be wrong, but I'm sure if you look at like earlier Japanese helmets, then like you'll see this, but in a more primitive version, or it'll look a bit dodgy or whatever. Got 5 viewers. This is a record. Let's assume if his other arm just comes out here. Let's assume. Alright. Chicken. He's getting some little nips. We can't not have nips. Can't leave our little alien boy nipless. There he goes. Did I look too much like him? Oh my god. Maybe he's an alien, so he has like 2 of them. I don't know. Hello Becky, thank you. It's a struggle evading the Twitch police while giving an alien some nipples, yeah. I just don't know what is and isn't acceptable. But you have Aldersaw on Instagram to thank for this. She's on Twitch as well. Yeah, I'll grab a link and post it in chat. She's a lecturer at my uni, and she was streaming. Creature designs earlier. Really nice stuff. That's her Twitch. That's her Instagram. So this stream is dedicated to her because it's just I don't get inspiration out of nowhere, you know. This guy's like got his finger on the hammer. He's got his pinky poking out like that. Right, we need to stretch this so we don't cut this little fella off. Let's just do in front, maybe? No, I don't think that. It's fine. That was where it was originally. I'm not using that anymore. That should be for sure. Going off in this direction, and to show the foreshortening, you'll actually put in there. Okay. a space bracelet. It's that easy. If you want to show for shortening, give your character a space bracelet. Done. Sorted. Instant for shortening. The hand is a bit dodgy though. The hand is a bit dodgy because assuming that we're going to go with that. That's if it's like a revolver style. Build the hand. And then we'll just modify the revolver shape as we go. There we go. This up here is also going to have an extended pinky finger as well, because if there's nothing cooler than an alien, it's an alien holding out his pinky. There we go. There we go. We'll do that later. It's clearly not working for me. You can definitely see yourself doing Morrow study in 5 years when you become very overly talented. Well, that's a nice thing to say. A very nice thing to say. I doubt it, but nice all the same. I think the talent pool of this generation is quite large because it's one of the first generations to grow up with a concept art being a thing. Right, because you have to remember that, like, up until recently, I'm talking like the past 20 years, the guy who did the concept art was just the best guy in the office who could draw. That was it. So now that it's actually a job, you're actually getting more of these schools open, like Brainstorm, Zhengzhou School, some universities in the UK do concept art courses, which you just didn't have before. It's also kind of more people I think are interested in doing it because it's just more well known. So you've already got hundreds upon hundreds of people like practicing, getting better, and it's like the competition is fierce already, very fierce. I'm not that well. I am fairly competitive, but not that competitive. So he's blasting someone like in the background, you know. Pow. Maybe we will just make this like quite nice and graphic. But we're discussing it. We're discussing how this generation has got like a lot more concept artists, or at least a lot more people that want to be concept artists than previous generations, because it's actually a legitimate kind of job now, when previously it wasn't. Which means that the competition is more fierce than ever before. That's just, maybe he is like a little cowboy. Maybe he's a little. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe they're like a link or something. A lot of fun you can have with design, so that is quite fun. Maybe we just continue that. personalized whole arm. Kind of interesting. Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers on blah 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 blah. Bigfollowers.com. Incredible. So yeah, it does seem like a really legit source, doesn't it? It's all about standing out these days. From what I hear, people, the hardest part is breaking into the industry. Yeah, it's getting in, because once you get in, you kind of start amassing those all-important hours, and you get more links, you network better, and then from there it kind of snowballs, I've heard. Yeah, concept art is quite vast in techniques and choices, somehow. Like, there are people who specialize in very different things, so there's a lot of scope to be original, or to you know, pick a route that suits you. Does this wait? Can I make this guy a frog and then he'll count for that DAS competition? Sure. Basically going with some very simple rendering at the moment, which is like top down like, and then whatever else I feel like I'll just change on a whim. Let's get this other revolver in now that we've done that. You love him. Ah, oh, thank you. He's great. He's great. He's having a whale of a time. Ern says, once you've kind of proven yourself in a real project, it will become easier. Yeah, that seems to make sense. Contemporary art, Russian website. You don't like contemporary and abstract art? I think there's something you can glean from it. I've heard some interesting theories that a lot of contemporary and abstract art, at least in terms of like galleries, is like an almost like a tax evasion thing, because it's like you like rich people commission an artist to make a banana taped to a wall, and then they buy it, and the money goes to like a charity or something. But add something, and then they get tax credit or something weird. So I don't know if that's a highly Americanized kind of theory, you know. God, I've got 6 viewers. Chat's going wild. I can barely. gotta stop painting. Gotta start reading. Okay. You're still pretty excited. Sorry, far away from my mic. Oh, that creak. Yes. Still pretty excited about what next year will hold. Lots of doors are slowly creeping open. You just have to bash them out to make an impression. Yeah. Becky went into concept mostly because she wanted to learn how to draw. Yeah, I had the same thing where there aren't too many academic art kind of places in the UK at least. So if you want to learn how to draw, you don't want to go on a fine art course, because that seems like the opposite of what you want to do. So the next best thing is concept art, really. Do we want it to just go up, or do we want it to maybe go more to the side? More to the side, I think. Yeah, fine art courses, I didn't like I went on a fine art open day and it was like this guy taped a piece of paper to his shoe and climbed a mountain, and it's like, okay, that's impressive, but I want to learn how to draw. So concept art seem to focus on that a lot more because it's kind of traditional drawing skills to do that kind of thing. Someone says he wanted to do architecture instead of concept art, but the idea of modern buildings and designs wasn't appealing. Yeah, you want to do like architecture from the Georgian period or something where you've got all these cool arches and like Gothic architecture and that kind of thing. Let's just clock this going. You can't wait to be 18. Too much for our old Mara. Yeah, I mean, you can tell that I've only just gotten to the part of the text where you're talking about how much text there is. Ateliers are the best for drawing, but they aren't covered by government loans. I assume that's how you pronounce that. Probably not. Your absolute goal is to try oil painting. I've never tried it. I know Becky's tried it, so talk to Gleesy in chat if you want to know about oil painting. Don't be excited to grow up. The world becomes a lot more intense and exhausting. I was always excited to grow up. I'm happy I did grow up, but you know, you can miss your childhood. Sunheart, you did fine art in college. It was boring. I did art and design in college, so it was still kind of based more on making up a depressing story than actually drawing. You have a lot more time when you're younger to study art in free time. Use it now to make your oil painting better. Learning drawing, yeah, I mean, Sakuga Sensei has a huge time advantage. Like he's just absolutely miles ahead. That has to go over. So I wouldn't stress about making your own better than growing up, but it is something to be excited for, you know. Oh God, so many messages. Everything leads into each other. There's 6 in the house. You have 60 figures drawings by next week, so you're gonna head off. Have fun. Thanks, Ernst. I think it is fun to grow up, but also don't stress about it. Really don't stress about it, because you'll grow up before you realise. Like it was just the other day I was sitting in my 6th form building, and now I'm at university trying to think about what job I'm going to get at the end of it. You know? Enjoy your childhood. Enjoy your childhood. Play with your friends. Go out. Do things. Let me put that pinky like vertical. It's too long for a pinky, but you know. Yeah, radical dude. Maybe this guy also has these chains on his other arm, but they're all like heaped up at the bottom, because obviously gravity. And then I guess they have the loops on that side. Have that. I quite like that. Just describes the form. Ellipses are great for describing form. Schoolie's eating into your time. You have a bad schedule, so vampire, paint, stab, angry emoji. Interesting. Let's see. Can we make these revolvers any more any more space and less. Oh, well, I kind of like the traditional Smith and Wessons or whatever, but we'll see. We'll see. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, do this. I like a nice little curve for me. That's very cool. You should improve your art. Ah, don't worry about it. You're 13. There's no pressure to improve your art. Should this have a zip on? Maybe this is the. Maybe this is the. Maybe it has like a little. What is that? Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's add some little zip on some of that stuff. Right, we need to figure out the bottom of his torso. I also want to give him more arms, more guns. Let me illustrate this on another layer. Show you what I want. This is an hour of drawing from my brain, mostly reading messages. You're 13, then you should be able to use the time you have to improve myself. Imagine how cool it would be to be a master at 20. Not that cool. You wouldn't have anything to work on if you were a master at 20. I know what you mean. But what I'm saying is, Sekiro Sensei, you're already utilizing your time far better than most of the 13-year-olds in terms of art. So you don't need to push yourself further than that. You're already getting quite a large head start, unless you're like really concerned about breaking into an industry at the age of 20. But just slow and steady wins the race. You don't want to push yourself at the age of 13 and then you get to 15 and you're like, oh, I'm kind of bored of art because I've been slogging away for however long. So just slow and steady, have fun. Yeah, some improvements I think do only come with age. Like your perception of things mature, and you can. It's less about the actual technical skill of moving your hand, and it's less about that muscle memory and more about your perception of things and how you can understand them. Because is it something like the male brain doesn't stop developing until the age of 21 or something. So don't worry about it. Yeah, just enjoy art as is. Paint for fun. Really just paint for fun. Yeah, like Becky here painted a lot, and then she got into uni and it was like kind of serious burnout, and she just began to paint again. So take that as a cautionary tale. Let's see. Let's give him some. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to illustrate where his other arms should be. I want his other arms to be like down here, like they're taking more revolvers off his belt. He's about to draw them, and then I want to give him some pants, some like cowboy pants. maybe he's only like a shoulder. But, it's really just ridiculous, isn't it? Welcome back, Osbran. We're talking about, I guess, pacing yourself when it comes to art. Let's assume that that's the top. Let's assume for a second. Or should these go in and then like flare out even more, like cowboy pants, like leather chaps flare out, or could another chap going outside? Let's assume that that goes in. And then maybe this leg carries down as normal. Like he's walking forward, you know? He's walking through the bar, he's firing off shots. He's really going to town. This is like if Greedo wasn't immediately KO'd by Han Solo. You have a problem that the torso is twisting this way, the legs are going the other way. We can correct that, for sure. I just literally doing this. I'll put that. Not even like that, maybe. Can we stretch this out even better? Towards the camera. Doing like a big alien shoe. Oh, this is terrible. What am I doing? What am I doing? He's got really short legs. Oh, I actually quite like his tiny little legs. Get rid of this leg. Let's still make this right leg bigger because we can. And probably more straight as well. It's just a lot of trying. He's doing like a little Russian dance while firing. Or maybe he's like skidding, like maybe this and comes like completely back. It's quite hard to illustrate each of these roles. I do like the idea of this though. He could be like flying through the air for all we know. Make him the John Lennon meme. What's the John Lennon meme? Oh god, no. No. No, thank you. Not doing that. Name him Oscar. Thank you. Oh wow, that was a firework. Did you hear that? Good golly. Thank you for streaming. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm like, if you can sit here and learn one thing, even if it's like a dumb fact about samurai helmets, I'm a happy boy. That's all I want. That's all I want. One thing at a time. And we can get there together. I like this. God, I squished his arms. His secondary arms. We don't have them. It would make the design more interesting, but maybe we have him protruding from his stomach. Because it'd be like the perfect conceal carry creature. I want this creature to be like, oh, he's basically like the perfect artificially designed cowboy, you know. So he's like a cowboy made in a vat or something. It's probably the single-handedly the worst idea I've ever come up with. A cowboy made in a vat. Right. So he's got little IDs. I'm going to shoot. He's got literally like leather chaps on. He's rocking the leather chaps, the leather jacket. In fact, I could probably do with making his jacket like a bit more reflective. Maybe he's got like knee pads. You're getting tempted to walk to Domino's? No! You abandoned your job in your style? Why do you abandon your job in your style? I think your expectations, second here, are far greater than me. They should or need to be. Like, your account's fairly small, so I wouldn't expect a huge engagement with a shorter singer style review. It's got like a little, is it a bum bag or is it a fanny pack? Yeah, it's got like a little zip. It's in Hamley. 4 people is still pretty good, yeah. I'm the biggest fan. I don't know if you have any competition, to be honest. I don't think it's you're the only person who claims that they're my biggest fan. If that helps at all. I don't know if that actually cements your position at the top of the food chain. Maybe something that looked more leathery. Some little shoes. Oh, he's great. He is great. You joined my fan club, but you're already a member of the Tom Catgirl Club. No, please. I need more fans, Becky. Why would you join the Tom Catgirl Club and not the Joe Super Cool Club 5000? What the hell? There's no. I'm also your art director, so I'd be nicer to me. Not gonna lie, Becky. I like that. No, I don't. I don't. No. Let's just grab it and make it like that. He's doing hog wild. He's doing a little Russian dance while he shoots down people. Maybe we give him some little. We have the foot this big, it needs to be moved like to the left. Sharp and pointy. Because he's a pointy space goblin. Let's just get some of it on. Anglethal DLC character, yeah, definitely. Yes, the French art academies are very famous. Gotta have those spares on. I'm actually quite impressed that I have the visual idea to do this. I really don't like this book at all. Like how it can be like no. No. I just not a fan at all. Also not because is he in midair? That makes him midair. If it's crunched, he's not in midair. That's an ankle. People actually shot this. And I prefer that. Mr. Ringo Starr, The Beatles, Checkmate, Art History, Name or Old Master. You watched the entire documentary about Leonardo da Vinci so that you could replicate his style. That's cool, that's so cool. Like, that's the kind of legwork that's gonna get you places, because not many people are willing to put in the time to actually research an artist, to do a study, you know. How do these shoes work? Do they have anything? A boot camp. Something like that. You won't be able to see the stairs from this side. That's fine. Da Vinci's cool. He dug up bodies to study anatomy. That is very cool. And that we immediately go, okay, now is wearing eye highs. That's closer to catgirl ankle, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. Kinda looks cool though. Oh, I'm conflicted. Very well. No, we're keeping him. We're keeping him. Big cowboy thigh highs. Why not? Why the freak not? Which just means we've got to do a bit more. Just some basic. Depending on how shiny we want our mega cowboy thigh highs. We have to make it clear these are pants, because I mean we could do like fishnets as well. And he does look pretty darn cool. But I don't know, maybe we just make these less shiny and less bright. Or more good. I just don't want them to look like they're either like, I want them to look like pants. And I think the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to grab it like dark, like that. And like that. Woo! Sakika Sensei is hosting my stream and a viewer. Oh, thank you. You did a portrait of your mom today as a gift. That's very nice. That's very kind. It's kind of the artist gift, isn't it? I'm just painting some. Damn, I'm so guilty of that. It's like, oh no, it's their birthday tomorrow. What am I gonna do? Just paint. Get that done. Right, okay. Are we going with the super shiny? Before, after. Oh my god, I'm your favorite YouTuber. Yes, yes. I did that. I actually did that, Becky. I actually handed out. Let me see if I can find it. Let's just be right back. Where's the Make Some Rush video? Oh god, I'll have to do it. I literally handed out something that I called a Grand Pon. And I thought I was really quirky at the time. You know, being like a 13-year-old or 15-year-old, I think I was. And it was like a little coupon, and it was me in a top hat, like with a monocle. And it was like, "'Tis a Grand Pon, redeemable for one drawing of your choice," or whatever, you know. And you know, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it because I don't have it saved anywhere. Just remember it. It's so cursed. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find it. No Grand Pon. But your demo's on YouTube, lol. Yeah, I will. Give something to your flatmates, like a Grand Pon. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's just like a get out thing, isn't it? Let's how about we just like increase this so it's like a little. I don't know. Right, what do we like? Shiny, not shiny, shiny, not shiny. What do we like, gang? You going to bed? Have a good night. Shiny, not shiny. Shiny, not shiny. Vincent's Pro, not shiny. Becky, shiny, not shiny. I can literally get like a smudge brush and do that. How's that? Shiny? Not shiny. Shiny? Draws too much attention, we think. What if I just turn the opacity down? like that. Still too much attention? Read that better. Pass it down. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's good. There he is without. We can turn back time. Maybe they're better that way. Oh, maybe they're better that way. What do you think? Because then they look kind of more like metal space shoes, unless like a bad Halloween costume. That's a nice middle ground. What if we give in? A little twirl. No, not gonna work. Not gonna happen. No way, Jose. Bam, it's confirmed. We can't even go back. So that's a dumb decision. Let's just get this. And that's 100% brightness. Yeah, it's Jesus. Why is it so weak? Look at this dude. Right now we need like a strong graphic element, and we're pretty much sorted. And the stream is gonna end because I don't really want to upload. I mean, to be honest, uploading something this large to YouTube is already a bit of a problem. But we'll see. And maybe I should just end the stream at an hour and then relaunch it or something. Yeah, let's get some graphic in. Behind him, let's see. If I do this, are there any like big white areas? Yeah, there are tons. Absolutely incredible. Well played. It's fine. It's fine. Can you give me your uneducated opinion? You certainly can. Certainly can. I always welcome an uneducated opinion. Well, maybe we don't need anything graphic. Maybe we need like a nice bright color. A bit new. I like it. His hood is on the same line as his arm. What do you mean by that? I mean here? Do you mean this line? Okay. That's his shoulder. I could either pump out his shoulder more like that, which I'm not a big fan of. It could work. Or I could just end on a shorter thing like that, and it's annoyingly in line with the cache. So let's just do that. We got a gunslinger. The world's laziest background. This one. Why make an effect with the background? But now that we have that in place, we should be able to get a nice touch brush again. That might actually I think sometimes not on the local pattern stamp. Do you get like a really bright pattern stamp? Bit too much visually, I think. Quite like that. But other colors might work as well. Like yellow. Right. I think I like yellow. Or maybe we'll like put some red into it. That preferably we make one of these a lot bigger. That's pretty fun. That is pretty fun. We have one more viewer left. My viewers have dwindled. That's okay. We're gonna end the stream. Let's just crop it to the right aspect ratio for Instagram, which is 4:5. Oh my god, it's like perfectly 4:5. Brilliant. 4:5. me can write. What is agreeable? What is agreeable? That word is stuck in my head. Agreeable. Agreeable is a prominent detailing. Okay, well, I guess this dude isn't agreeable. Make sure that some parts like that actually makes sense, and maybe all of his belly buttons should be moved. That's okay. And then we'll just write alien cowboy. Although, to be fair, I do actually have some nice fonts I could use instead. There you go, end of the stream there. Thanks for joining, everyone. It's going to be on YouTube, so and thank you again to Rachel for the inspo for this. Right, have a good night. Bye bye.